Welcome to Easy Microbiology.
Good morning, everyone. I am here to provide an overview of Mycobacterium avium complex, a group of bacterial species that commonly infect animals and humans. We will examine the habitat, morphology, cultural characteristics, biochemical characteristics, host range, virulence factors, and mechanisms of antibiotic resistance of this organism. Let us begin. MAC is a group of bacteria that can cause a variety of illnesses in humans and animals. It has been identified as a pathogen capable of causing anything from colds and flu to more serious diseases like pneumonia or tuberculosis. To reduce the risk of contracting a MAC infection, it is necessary to take the necessary precautions. Mycobacterium avium inhabits soil, water, and dust, and can be carried by animals like birds, swine, and cattle. It is a very common bacteria, so understanding its spread and locations can help with prevention of it. Mycobacterium avium, commonly referred to as MAC bacteria, are commonly found in the environment and can cause serious infections in humans. MAC bacteria have an acid-fast, gram-positive, non-motile, and non-spore-forming rod-like shape. They are also notable for having a waxy cell wall that makes them resistant to staining and hard to eradicate. It is therefore essential to be aware of the risks associated with exposure to these bacteria. Regarding Mycobacterium avium, a key cultural feature is the requirement of a certain culture medium. Here, Middlebrook 7H10 agar is the best choice. When this agar is employed, colonies of MAC usually display a smooth, opaque, and yellow-orange shade. MAC bacteria are some of the most harmful mycobacteria that can be found in the environment. They are oxidase positive, catalase positive, and nitrate reductase positive, yet do not produce niacin or nitrate, and are highly resilient to antibiotics. This combination of features makes MAC bacteria very hazardous and a key element to consider when assessing environmental risks. Mycobacterium avium, commonly referred to as MAC, is an opportunistic pathogen that can infect humans and a wide range of other hosts such as birds, swine, cattle, and other animals. This pathogen particularly poses a risk to immunocompromised individuals, such as those with HIV, AIDS, or cancer. It is therefore important to be aware of the risks associated with MAC infection. MAC bacteria contain many elements that help them stay ahead of the body's natural defense system. From lipids on the cell wall to surface proteins and even enzymes that break down our own tissues, their arsenal of virulence factors gives them a wide range of tools to evade our immune response and cause disease. The recent advances in the understanding of Mycobacterium avium have shown us that these bacteria have an inherent resistance to many antibiotics due to their unique cell wall structure. Additionally, these bacteria can acquire resistance through horizontal gene transfer, suggesting that we may need to look for alternative treatments for this organism. As we continue to explore the mechanisms behind antibiotic resistance in Mycobacterium avium, we are beginning to gain a better understanding of how to control this organism in the future. While Mycobacterium avium is an organism that can affect anyone, it is commonly found in those with weakened immune systems, such as those affected by HIV, AIDS, or cystic fibrosis. It is also more common in older adults. With routine screenings, it is possible to detect these infections and take proactive steps to reduce risk.
MAC infections can cause a wide range of illnesses, including pulmonary disease, lymphadenitis, disseminated disease, and others. The pathogenesis of MAC infections is complex and involves multiple virulence factors and host immune responses. The immune response to MAC infections is complex and involves both innate and adaptive immunity. Macrophages are the primary cell type responsible for controlling MAC infections, but T cells and other immune cells also play important roles. Diagnosis of MAC infections typically involves a combination of clinical symptoms, imaging studies, and laboratory tests, including culture and molecular testing. Prevention of MAC infections involves avoiding exposure to contaminated soil, water, and dust, as well as maintaining good hygiene practices. Individuals with weakened immune systems should also take precautions to avoid exposure. Treatment of MAC infections typically involves a combination of antibiotics, such as clarithromycin, ethambutol, and rifabutin. The duration and type of treatment can vary depending on the severity of the infection and the individual's immune status. Mycobacterium avium complex is a group of bacterial species that can cause a wide range of illnesses in humans and animals. Infections are most common in immunocompromised individuals and can be difficult to diagnose and treat. Prevention strategies and early diagnosis are important for controlling the spread of MAC infections. Thank you for your time and attention.